Hey, and welcome back to Toby's Videos. This is Toby. Me. First of all, I want to thank you everyone who subscribed to the channel. It's amazing. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you all. I really appreciate you. And it's amazing. And I hope the channel will grow more. That would be amazing too. But to do that, I did record this video per request of one of the viewers. They were asking about the one wire and the Victron VenusOs installation on the Raspberry Pi. Up there is the video. They were asking about if it's possible to have maybe multiple of those one-wire temperature sensors connected to one Raspberry Pi. And the answer, pretty short, yes, it is possible. And this video will talk about it and will show you how I did it. Thanks again to the developer of this, I don't know if you call it plugin feature or whatever. Thanks for developing this. And I want to show you what I did and how it works. So first of all, you need a couple items, or at least, well, first of all, I needed a couple items to make it work. One of them was a 2x20 pin female extra tall GPIO stacking header. The reason why is just because of my housing I'm using for the Raspberry Pi 4, which I'm using also for this video. I needed to have some kind of extension, otherwise I have to take off the housing, which is kind of, you know, it's not really making a point. So I got this one for me. You might not need this because you have a Raspberry Pi 3, or you have a different housing, or you don't have a housing at all. I needed it. The second item, what I needed to do, and that's something I'm not an expert, so this is a little disclaimer, I'm not an expert in this. I figured it out myself and thought this is the way to go, so I want to show you the way I figured out. So I ordered one of those, what is it called? I ordered 6 pieces of 170 whole white breadboard solderless prototype. Basically a board which, when you plug something in, it's kind of in series, that you plug something in and then there's a line. You don't have to solder anything. You plug in the next hole something in, and then it's also having a straight connection. So you don't need to solder. You don't need to connect anything else. You just plug it in, and it comes already with the wires you need. So that's good. That's what I needed. And what you will need as well, of course, still the one wire kit, which has already this little controller board as well as you will need a resistor, and that's something which I've found might not be needed. It's more safe to have it. So I thought I'll go with the safe option. I hope I did it right. If not, please leave some comments in below and please educate us and let us know. But to start with everything else, this is how it should look at the end. I only have 2 one-wire temperature sensors, so that's all I was able to connect. If I would have a third one, it might work as well, according to the developer. Why is that? There's the link also in the description to this module which we installed. So the pre-requirement is the video I showed you at the beginning. The one-wire installation we did, the configuration and setup. And there's also a link to this package we installed. And the developer of this package, he mentioned it's a kind of a bus system, which means you just connect them in series. That's what I understood. That's what I did. That's what I tried. And this is how it will look at the end. And this here, the GoPro, this here, is the mess what I'm dealing with. So let me try to make it as simple as possible. Maybe this one will more look like this. And I hope it is good and visible. But I will try to make it as default as possible, and I believe it's 26 for the data port. What else do we have here? We have 3 wires connected to the pins. So the red one is the 3.3 volt. Then we have the black one, which is ground. Then we have the yellow one, which is the data. So data is here on 26. I hope you can see it. I hope you can see it. The red one is in the corner, in the very, very left corner up here. 3.3 volt, and then we have the ground here. The next we'll just you know, randomly. Seriously, it's randomly picking. We randomly just picked pins where we want to connect them, but it's important that in series, you know in which direction the series is. For this board, so when I plug in the ground over here, everything else in this first row is connected to ground. That's important to understand. It's not in this direction. It's not the columns. It's the row. So then we'll connect next the red one, and I'll just want to split it out a little bit longer or further. I'll show you in a second why. And then we have the yellow one, which is just a little closer again, which is the data. So that's how we connect the first pins There's no temperature sensor connected at all. That means now we need to connect, or that's what I did at least. I'm using this little tiny resistor, which is barely to see. Here, this little tiny resistor, and I will connect it right into in between data and the 3.3 volts. And as much as I understood, to avoid any interruptions, any electrical interference in between data and 3.3 volts. That's what I understood. Please, if that's not correct, let us know. So the next thing, what we'll do, so yeah, that now gets tricky. So as you know, this is a one wire. I hope you know from the last video. I hope you watched it. If not, please watch it. We have a one wire temperature sensor, which has 3 little wires connected to it. And now it's hard to show. I'll show it here maybe. Here we can see it. And then there's this little board. I totally forgot why we have this board. Maybe also something you can tell us? So we have connected data, VCC it is called, for the 3.3 volt and the ground. And they go into those nice and colorful little jumper cables. Those are the jumper cables which were delivered with those little boards. So I'm using those ones. And honestly, I didn't touch that point, but those black, red, and yellow wires, those 3, they also came with those boards. So I'm using the same colors they have, but because they don't have just the one color, they have multiple colors, so that's why I'm using different colors now. I hope that explains it. They look like this. So they're kind of a jumper cable. Come with 2 different types. One has a pin. Here, one is a pin. One doesn't have a pin. They come with 2 different types. I'm using just those ones I just showed you. Okay, next we will connect our 2 sensors. So this is number 1, and I have a second one laying around over here as well. You will see it in a second, or a minute probably, and more. Okay, then I want to connect the colors, which I have yellow, red, and black. So I purposely picked it so I understand what I need to connect, right? And yellow goes for me into this nice white one here, which is just confusing. I know. I'm connecting the white one here with the next free plug. Then I have the orange is my VCC, so it's connected to the red one. Going over here, and then I have the black one, which connects to ground. Doing that as well. See, and that's where it gets confusing. I totally understand when you stop watching it now. My apologies, I don't have the same colors, but I try to make it as simple as possible for me. So originally, the temperature sensor does have the yellow, red, and black. So I can match them basically from the sensor to the wires on the Raspberry Pi. To make it even more confusing, let me show you. We have another one and more colors. So I'm just placing it on top here. I'll do pretty much the same. So in my case here, this color blue, no, sorry, not blue, green is yellow. So green is data, plug it in here. Then I have as red is the blue, just this one. And then we have the ground over here, this one. All right. That's all. That's all there is. Then I need some power. So the package is already installed, right? So I need some power, plugging it into the Raspberry Pi. So, and as always, to connect to the remote console, you need to know the IP address that you can connect through the browser to your Raspberry Pi in your connected network. If you do not know how that works, you should have checked first. If not, there's somewhere a video and somewhere it's explained. I hope that helps. And there we have it. So the naming one-way temperature, number 1, number 2, I picked that already earlier. It might just show up with a random name, some battery temperature or something. But the package we are using, I just want to go a little bit back really quick again, even though I explained it. When you go on settings and then go all the way down to package manager, you remember package manager? There's another video. go to active packages, and we're using the VenusOs temperature service. And this one is responsible for, as soon as you connect more temperature sensors with the same setup, you just, continue just connecting more and more, it should be able to just display them. I think they have a physical limitation in terms of length. I'm not familiar with that. I just was testing it out, and apparently it works, which is amazing. I have not figured out a great solution for this little board, how to make it, awesome looking, or a good connection, a good solid connection. No idea so far. I was just playing around, wanted to share my knowledge with you. Wanted to just show you even more what you can do with Victron VenusOs. So those are the two temperature sensors, and that's all there is to. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments section below. I tried to link the package, I tried to link all the videos I used or I refer to, so it makes it easier for you to rebuild it if you need to. If you have any ideas how to make this connection better, more solid and stuff like that, especially looking into, you want to have it in your solar system maybe somewhere, please let me know, share your information, maybe there's a video out there which does talk about it already, that would be amazing. And of course I would love to see you subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for subscribing to the channel, and see you next time. Cheers!